A very warm welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time today to Bazaar of Moxen, Strasbourg. Riley Knight alongside the Pro Tour Hall of Famer Raphael Levy. Raf, great to have your company today. Great to have your company as well around the world, wherever you are. Thank you for choosing to join us. Raphael Levy, we're about to head down to the feature match area, getting things set up there. But what are we up to today?
Basic stuff.
Basic stuff.
Magic, legacy,
cards,
action,
cards,
excitement, cards
with monsters. That's what's going to happen.
Happy times.
Oh, mate, it's going to be fantastic. Of course, Bazaar of Moxen proudly showcasing, really, let's be honest, the best formats in Magic, the Eternal formats, the oldest formats, the biggest cards, the heaviest hitters, and some of the best players in Europe. Really converging on these Eternal events here to get it done.
I think we have a Pro Tour winner.
A Pro Tour winner here?
Yeah.
Oh, we do. I mean, aside from, have you won a Pro Tour? No. Yeah.
I mean, we have the best.
Daggers.
We have the best. We don't have, I'm not.
No, of course not. But yes, Pierre Canali is in the room. He'll be tearing things up. Had a look at his deck. He's playing like an absolute maniac. We'll see. We'll probably check in with him a little bit later on. But
in 5 minutes.
In about 5 minutes, we're gonna see but we'll probably get him in the booth for a chat as well. See what's going on with him like that, because he's got an absolute masterwork of a deck. But of course, all sorts of people converging on Strasbourg to show off their skill in these Eternal formats. We've got vintage players, we've got legacy players, we've got modern players, we've got players of all stripes. But right now, it's time to head down to the feature match area and have a look at these players here as we get underway with round number 2. Let's head down there right now and have a look at what's going on here. It's Giulio Medici versus Pierre Canali. Now, I can see that his deck has been named Opposition, Raph. What's your thought? What are your thoughts? You've had a look at his list.
So it's not just opposition as in he's against his opponent.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not opposition in the sense that, yes, he will be opposing his opponent. No. There's a little bit more going on like that. Pierre Canali's come up with this very involved brew. It's sort of like an Elves deck, but sort of like a
Sultai
agent,
Shardless
Sultai deck. A lot of stuff going on here, a lot of moving parts.
What about the surprise? Do you want to give the viewers a surprise, or do you want me to tell you what's in the deck?
No, look, we'll take the viewer by the hand, the steady hand of the guiding hand of Uncle Raph. We'll take the viewers on this journey here. Both players look like they're ready to go. I can see Gamble in the hand of Giulio Medici. That immediately makes me think he's on lands. Mm-hmm. Lands a deck that very sort of plays a different game altogether. Lands a deck in Legacy that often plays 35, 36 lands, very well named, and then simple cards, recursion engines, Gamble, Life from the Loam, crop rotation, and that sort of stuff. All in order to get usually a Dark Depths combo online.
I think there were more lands before.
Yeah, it's gone down. Yeah, it has gone down in recent years.
It should be called like mostly lands.
Mostly lands.
Not lands anymore. It's not the ratio is not high enough anymore.
No, it should be like 60% lands or whatever. Not misleading deck names all over the place, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like fish.
Canali looks fish perfectly named. Canali looks very happy with his 7. Medici down to 6. Can have a scry, see what he finds. And it's on top. There we go. So we're off to the races. Here we go. And it's going to be a Forest powering out a Deathrite Shaman. A very common start in Legacy. The Shaman really getting it done on turn number 1 for many decks in the format, Raph.
And a very good card against lands as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point as well. The lands deck, it's not sort of packaged in the name of it, but it's a graveyard-based deck for sure.
Yeah. It relies on Life from the Loam and a lot of recursion of the lands from your graveyard, of the dredge mechanic.
And here we see this first reliance on the graveyard as Medici bins a Caracas to his Mox Diamond. So immediately two lands for him, but the second one is Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Raphael Levy, that's a very good card against creature decks.
Oh, that's a way to keep Pierre's from extending too much. If with the Forest, Deathrite Shaman on turn 1, Julien can expect Pierre to be on a lot of creatures. So Tabernacle is gonna slow things down a lot.
Tabernacle, a real nice one. So it has it gives all creatures an upkeep cost of 1 colorless. Otherwise, they become destroyed, like a horse with a broken leg. And in comes the Deathrite Shaman again now for 1 damage.
All right.
Really does everything, this card, and would be huge in this matchup.
Attack for 2.
Attack for 2. Sorry, with the
Hierarch
there. But it really does everything. But again, Medici constraining it very nicely with his Tabernacle.
Yeah.
Fertile Thicket cycled off that Mox Diamond, and here is Richard and Port now.
Life from the Loam, probably.
You can see punishing fire on the Death Ride Shaman. So Medici really wanting to put Canali on the back foot from the very earliest opportunity.
Yeah, this is where lands want to be. Look at this, one land, Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, and it shuts down Pierre's strategy. Opposition is not great against Tabernacle. It's not great.
It's not great against Tabernacle. No.
You can tap it, and that's it.
That's it. There's Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. So as you can see, it gives all creatures an upkeep cost of 1, or they are destroyed. I remember we looked this up at the last Bazaar of Moxen event. We had to look up whether it was destroyed or sacrificed.
It's destroyed.
It is destroyed. It is destroyed. That's right. Yep.
So Merit Lich.
Merit Large, no good. Merit Large
good.
As in it's no good against it.
Yeah.
Merit Large goes to the Tabernacle and has a great time.
So because that's the winning, that's one of the win cons of lands. Dark Depth. Along with
Thespian Stage. Thespian Stage, of course. Double Hierarch now for Canali.
And we'll make sure we have the Riftstone Portal icon.
Ah, yes.
If it ever
should it come up. Riftstone Portal, another piece of the puzzle for Medici's lands deck.
Because
I don't think we've seen one just yet, have we? But
because that's usually on stream.
Oh yeah.
When they tab their May the 5th or Tabernacle, people go crazy. Like,
people
what
start
happened?
going mental.
What does Tabernacle do?
Yeah, it's like when people try to cast off-color planeswalkers with Oath of Nissa.
Yeah.
Man, who was that guy at the GP? Who, I think he won it or something, and he was playing red cards in a green-white deck. I think he just misregistered his sideboard or something. But it just shows that the game is inherently luck-based when people like that win. Here's Life from the Loam. Gonna grab those cards back from the graveyard here. As a Maze of Ith and a Tabernacle come down. And Pierre Canali now tapping out for this opposition. He knows there's no counterspells coming down. 4 drops in Legacy that don't immediately impact the board are a pretty risky proposition, Raph Levy.
Well, in this case, opposition, I don't know, he might have an impact.
Yeah.
But with punishing fire in the graveyard, it's very unlikely that Pierre is going to extend his board that much.
Yeah.
Like with Tabernacle and Punishing Fire, there's not going to be much work with opposition. He's not going to oppose a lot.
No, he's not going to oppose a lot here. These two blokes certainly having a bit of an argument on the art there.
He's not going to nay much. Is that how you say? Is that a word?
Nay.
Is that a verb?
I don't think you can nay something. Neighing is a horse does.
You high and nay. When you vote.
Oh jeez, it's like you've watched poorly translated versions of the West Wing to get your ideas. What's going on?
It was in House of Cards.
In House of Cards, there you go. No, you say I
or nay.
Or nay.
Nay, yeah.
But you don't. They're not verbs.
Yeah.
I do.
Nay.
That's what a horse does, mate. Jeez. Okay, Raphael Levy at his very best here. There's opposition.
The nay.
Fantastic
The nay. Look at
cards.
this guy saying nay.
He's like no. He's saying nah, mate. But yeah. But nah. All right. So no, these blokes really going at it, but I don't know how much arguing Pierre Canali is going to get to do. Medici really in the driver's seat here. He's played a Gamble. Now, Gamble I've seen described as a 1-mana demonic tutor by Lands players. It grabs a card out of your deck.
It feels like it's a political scene. It's like, I'm gonna gamble. It's like, no, it's not legal.
There you go. They're arguing over what the
No,
gambling should be doing. There you go. Well, Gamble in this case does a huge amount of work because often, Raph, the Lands deck doesn't care where its cards are, whether they're in the graveyard, on the battlefield, or in the hand. So just snagging a key card out of your deck, and then even if it goes straight in the bin, often a Life from the Loam doesn't matter. You'll dredge it back the next turn. You're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, now the deck plays more spells than before. Like as we mentioned earlier. I think in the first version they were playing more mana bonds.
Yeah.
And they were mostly like mana bonds and Life from the Loam. Like you play mana bonds, you discard your hand, and then you would take them back.
So we see Caracas hitting the bin thanks to the discard from the Gamble. So Medici now Thespian Stage, Life from the Loam in hand. Another card there, another couple of lands, probably. Yes, here is the Thespian States, and Medici just one card away from assembling his little 2020 here. And we're going to see, oh, look at this as well. The Rishadan Fort tapping down Underground Sea.
In that case, it's not going to do, the Dark Death is not going to do much. Because it's going to be nade. Like the Merit Ledge is going to be nade.
Every turn, yeah, for sure.
But porting the land upkeep was probably not the best option here.
No, Canali using the mana immediately to tap to pay for the Noble Hierarch.
You just had to wait until the end of upkeep after he paid his.
Yeah, into the draw step, and then you could do that there. So Canali jumping all over that opportunity to make the most of his opponent's small blunder there. But this is Legacy, and this is a format where small blunders get punished more and more than you'd think. Here's Coiling Oracle. So this card, it's green and a blue, and it says target opponent picks up and reads this card when you cast it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And look at that. Oh, hello, Sailor. There we go. There's the answer to the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. A Gaia's Cradle. Very nice indeed. So Coiling Oracle, what it does essentially, you look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it into play. If it's not, you draw it. So it's a nice little card there. You can see, or you don't draw it, put it into your hand. I'm sorry, Ref Levy. Nice little value play here.
It's an Elvish Visionary on the steroids.
Well, yeah, it's an Elvish Visionary.
You don't want to use these kind of steroids. You know what
yeah, look at that. He's been juicing too hard.
Yeah,
been juicing too hard. That's it. But one of the very nice interactions that we might see here come up in Canali's deck is he is playing Wirewood Symbiote, which means you can bounce the Snake Elf Druid to his hand. Replay it as much as you like. And here's Garrick as well. So Pierre Canali now sitting on about 1 billion mana return. Jeez, that's huge.
So untap, Guest Cradle, have about 99 mana.
14
mana.
14 mana, but it amounts to the same.
How is that 14?
So 1-2 from the Hierarchs, 5 from the normal lands, then 3 from the Gaia's Cradle, and then untapping the Gaia's Cradle and another land.
What the 5?
5 from his regular lands.
Oh yeah, but not. I mean on this turn.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but 14 mana a turn is what I'm saying.
No, but the next turn is going to attack for full lethal. He might be attacking full lethal. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Nope. Okay.
Not tonight.
Make a beast. Okay. So it says an elephant. I guess that's a kind of beast. In comes Noble Hierarch. Mazavith. Back you go, old son.
I guess he's going to oppose Lund more than we thought he would.
Yeah. Doesn't seem too bad.
Julian not killing on sight the Hierarchs.
Yeah.
It's going to cost them a lot.
Well, without a Grove of the Burnwillows, or Grove of the Burnwillows in the graveyard here. So here is opposition. So opposition, as you saw before, tap an untapped creature you control. Tap targets land, creature, artifact, enchantment, planeswalker.
Yeah. No, I don't think
tribal.
It's planeswalker.
No.
I don't think it's
instant. No. Okay.
I think it was just all the old school permanents.
Artifacts, lands,
like
and
everything
creatures.
but enchantment.
Yeah.
But then planeswalker were not.
No, they weren't around.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So
there
we go.
But they were overpowerful. They were too powerful.
There were 2 before the mending.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do, you know.
Yeah, it's actually literally what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, here's a target from Medici. He's going to power out a 1-drop here. We'll see what he's got. Looks like it's going to be crop rotation.
It's
Mana Bond. It's Mana Bond, sorry. Canali, hands folded. He's hellbent.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be. Yeah, that's not going to be too exciting. Mana Bond, it's 1 with nothing, but for green.
Yeah.
Just got 2 cards. Okay.
Pretty good.
Well, here, right? No, not really. But otherwise, it could be good.
Alright, so Canali taps down the Maze of Ith using the Beast, which has now somehow become untapped. I'm not sure how that happened.
What? Well, what'd you say?
Pierre Canali used opposition to tap down the Medici's Maze of Ith.
Oh.
But it's become untapped.
I don't know. Are you sure he tapped the
Yeah. Maybe he changed his mind at the last moment, but no, there was definitely an activation of opposition in Medici's end step there. Now we see Canali playing through this Tabernacle with ease thanks to the Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle, of course, making as many mana as Medici needs. We might see an opposition end step here like this. Or in the upkeep, I should say. Away goes Richardson Port, number 1. Let's have a look at Thespian Stage as well. Opposition going to also tap down the Mox Diamond. Medici has a look. Can you even do that, old son? Yes, you can, is the answer there. Tap, 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 and now it's your turn, my friend. So, Medici rearranging the order of cards in his graveyard, which Candy Legacy players will know you're not supposed to do. Of course, with a deck like lands, it's more or less bound to happen, but always worth being aware of, Raph.
There's no real way like Julian can come back from this. It went too far.
Yeah.
Too far. Too many dudes.
Too many guys.
Too many guys. And there's no sweeper. The only the biggest sweeper in lands is Tabernacle.
Yeah.
And it's been nade.
It's been
by
very comprehensively dealt with by the Gaia's Cradle here. And Canali now with all the mana, all the answers, taps the Gaia's Cradle to pay for the Tabernacle. Let's have a look and see what his draw is. 2 cards in hand. And we're going to make one more beast with Garrick here. So that Garrick, a nice little addition there. 9 power to the board here. And we're going to have another 4-drop, and it's another Garrick. Here we go. And another beast. How about that?
How about you never untap anything?
Yes, indeed. Oh, dear.
I like the old school cards in this deck. Like when I looked at it, I was like, Garrick? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like the old one? Don't you want to play any of the new ones? Like, isn't there anyone that's better?
Well, I mean, you can. I was thinking maybe like a Nissa that makes 0/1s would be pretty sweet in this position as well. But we see
Garrick
why here. Garrick's tokens they attack.
Yeah.
They attack for 6.
And are you saying that the plants don't attack?
Oh, look, they can get in there. They can get in there and flap the little tendrils around. But I don't know. Maybe Nissa might not be in a bad spot for this deck.
Yeah, but Garrick is. I like Garrick. I didn't like it at first when I saw the deck, but I like the overrun as well.
Yeah. So tap down the Maze of Ith, Canali, once again paying for the Tabernacle. That Gaia's Cradle was huge. Really turned the game around after flipping that off the Oracle. Looks like Medici's had enough as well. In come the Beast for 12, and that's going to do it. Wrap things up very tidily for Game 1. I have to say, Raph Levy, I didn't like Canali's position after that Tabernacle was played on turn 1, but he really navigated that masterfully.
I think there was a turn where Julien could have killed one of Pierre's guys.
The Hierarchs with the Punishing Fire?
Yeah, and that was, I think that was a turning point.
Yeah. So here you can see the last minutes of these guys playing there like that. And we're going to head over now and have a look at our second table here. Another couple of guys duking it out in Legacy. You can see here Gary Mialaret and Simon Drochon.
Gary was at your seat actually. In the first 2 bombs we covered.
Yeah.
He was my first Riley Knight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
There you go. So this guy got very big shoes to fill. Here he is playing Legacy. Miracles by the look of things, and Drochon on the other side. You can see, oh geez, look at that! 4 tropical islands and a Dryad Arbor for Drochon.
Which is also forest.
Which is also forest. Nearly said forest. Would have been true, but greater degree of specificity is required. What might we be seeing here from Drochon? This could be Charles Sultan. We'll find out. But Mialare here looks to be in a commanding position with 4 extremely powerful permanents on the battlefield. Counterbalance, Sensei's Divining Top, Jay Sereno, and the Snip Snapcaster Mage, Tiago Chan. Getting it done here. And he's also 1-0 up. A good spot to be in, especially with not even, with still 30 minutes on the round time.
Yeah. Is it game 2 though? Maybe, well, it's only 5 lands on Simon's side, so maybe a Terminus or something happened. That's what swept everything on Simon's side.
Not sure exactly, but this game does look more or less wrapped up. Oh no, it's another. There we go. So it looks like another lands deck. Odd to see them playing.
I think it's.
It's Infect. It's Infect. Of course, it's Infect. Yes, they play the The crop rotations, yeah. So that makes a little bit more sense here. We're going to see that countered by a Sensei's Divining Top off the top. So crop rotation, I mean, never really resolving in this board here. The Miracles locking out all 1-drops should they choose to. And we're going to see they predict, yeah. So predict one of the latest pieces of technology to join the Miracles lists. Essentially, what it says is name a card, mill 1, and if you name the card correctly, draw 2.
Yep.
Pretty sweet.
One with the top, yeah.
Yeah. Often the guesses end up being correct, and looks like Miele, all he has to do here is just put the finishing touches on this match here. On this game, I should say. It looks like they are just still in game 1. He's got a full hand as well. This looks like a very, very commanding position for the Miracles player here. Volcanic Island from Miele. Seems to be playing the industry standard technology of red splash in the sideboard here. Oh mate, and check it out, in comes the Dryad Arbor. At you as well. Pushing Miele down to 13. Coming to his turn now. Finds a Monastery Mentor. It's been interesting to see the evolution of this list and the way that the Mentors have found their way into the main. Here is the Monastery Mentor, again a tool used by the Miracles deck to close the game out quickly. And we're going to see immediate value from the Mentor here as well, Raph, with a Ponder.
Yeah, at this point it's just if the Mentor was a Pearl Unicorn, that would be pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Which was the first Monastery Mentor?
Pearl Unicorn?
Yeah. 3 mana 2/2.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got a little upgraded.
So Miele ships the turn back, hand full of options. Oh, no, ships the turn. Oh, it takes a little bit of takesies backsies there. I'm going to brainstorm real quick. Finds another Mentor, a Terminus, a counterbalance on top.
Is that his hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's got a billion minions.
Is that a Blood Moon?
No, I think it's a Ponder.
Which are exactly the same in the same picture.
They do, yeah.
Yeah? Ponder and Blood Moon?
Ponder and Blood Moon are super similar.
Okay.
They've both got moons on them. Here's Brainstorm.
That's going to be countered.
Going to be countered, yes. We know that there is a Terminus and a... Oh, look, you can see a Counterspell and a Counterbalance on top. So we're going to put the top on top and reveal the top to the Counterbalance.
Did you draw?
Don't think so.
I think he just put the top on top. He didn't even draw.
Didn't even draw a card.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? No.
Well, it's. I mean,
oh, no,
I know he did the Counterspell. Okay, that's fine. All right. But I think Miele going through the motions as quick as possible here to wrap things up nice and quick.
Yeah, this is.
This game is essentially over.
Next turn, yeah. With the top shenanigan.
Oh, of course, yes. Two tops means. Well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prowess triggers.
Yeah, that's enough. He has a monk and a mentor.
Yeah.
The mentor is also a prowess.
Yeah.
Company,
Yeah. So a really nice little interaction there. 2 Sensei's Divining Tops means that if you've got a Monastery Mentor out, you can essentially buff it up and make as many monk tokens as you have mana. Here's a Predict as well, meaning that we're going to have another monk token. And once again, Miele calling the shots. Unbelievable. So lucky.
He sees it all.
Yeah.
Did you know? Oh, yeah, that's the did you know part of the.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did I know? Probably not. What did I know?
Do you know there were cards in France that were only banned in France?
Okay.
And these cards were Vexing Arcanics.
Vexing Arcanics?
And Petra Sphinx.
Okay, you'll have to tell us why in a minute because we're heading back to our first table here, as this game is more or less completely wrapped up as Miele puts the finishing touches. This particular birthday cake, and we get back now to Pierre Canali and Giulia Medici, opposition versus Lands here, players consulting their opening groups. Tell us about these banned cards in France.
You know what they do, right?
I don't know.
So
Surprisingly.
Petra Sphinx was a very, very bad card.
Okay.
It costed 2 white.
Okay.
It's very easy to cast.
So five mana.
It was a 3/4, and you would tap it to pretty much predict.
Okay.
Like if you call a card, if it's the right card, you draw it.
Yeah.
And Vexing Arcanics was about the same thing. You call a card, if that's the right card, you draw it. Otherwise, you mill it and you take 2.
You take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but you can do it on your opponent as well.
Mox Diamond and Wooded Foothills, the opening for Medici here. Pierre Canali opening with a Bayou and a Noble Hierarch. So why were these cards banned?
Because they would give an unfair advantage to people knowing what the top card was. How do you know what the top card is? I don't know. Well, they did. Because at the back of the cards, they were like usually you play without sleeves.
Yeah.
And some of the cards were more busted than others.
I see.
So it was kind of unfair to like take advantage of this. I'm not kidding you.
They were banned just in France.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Punishing Fire, getting rid of that Noble Hierarch.
But that was very long ago.
I was going to say, how long ago?
Like before sanctioned, like before sanctioned standard.
Yeah, right.
Like 95 or 96.
Jeez,
95.
back in the old days.
Yeah.
When I was in prep.
Well, you were not even born.
I was still learning how to wipe my bum when that was happening. Punishing Fire number 2 here on the Elvish Visionary.
So Julien not letting Pierre get any guys on the board.
He may have learned his lesson here. May have learned his lesson from the punishment that he was dished out beforehand. Here is Dark Depths, 10 ice counters on that one. And it's Medici's turn to dish out a little bit of punishment of his own, thanks to this Punishing Fire, Grove of the Burn Willows here. There is the Punishing Fire card. Too powerful for Modern. It's been banned there because of its combination with the Grove. Basically allows it to be reboarded as a 3 mana shock. Or 3 mana Lava Dart, really, when it's going to the face. But it'll close out a game all the same.
Lava Dart?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bullseye?
Bullseye, mate. Getcha. There's the Grove, the other half of the combo there. So as you can see, you can rather handily use the Grove's mana and the life that it gains, the opponent, to return the Punishing Fire. And insane against these decks that rely on many creatures. Something I've noticed about the Legacy format recently, Raf Levy, is the fact that, everything dies to a shock. Everything has 2 toughness or less.
Oh, that's why he's slaying Garrick.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't die to a shock.
Doesn't die to a shock. But so much in Legacy. Death Road Shaman, Monastery Mentor,
Delver of Secrets,
obviously, yeah.
Monastery Mentor, not so much.
Well, if you time it right, you can get there.
Yeah, that's very optimistic.
Here's a Reclamation Sage. It's killed by the Punishing Fire all the same. Yeah, well, I like to be optimistic, mate. Reclamation Sage, getting rid of that Mox Diamond, that's a nice little pickup for Canali there. You can see Dark Depth still with 10 ice counters on him. Medici hasn't got the pickaxes out yet.
Maybe he doesn't have lands. That's it.
Yeah, deck's not really living up to his name then, is it? And Canali now with a Coiling Oracle. You get a little bit of value out of it.
Opposition.
Finds an opposition.
I like all the pictures.
Yeah.
I like the.
I'm really glad Pierre hasn't matched his opposition. It's good. He's got a regular foil one and then a disgusting whiteboarded old art one. And yeah, all over the shop.
You know the people arguing on the first opposition, right?
No, I don't.
Ah, come on, man.
Who are they? What?
It's Urza and Baron, I think.
Urza and Baron, of
course. They disagree.
That's who I was gonna. That was gonna be my guess, but yeah, I wasn't sure. Elvish Visionary now.
Back in the old Academy days.
For Canali. Were they Planeswalkers?
Urza, yes. Baron, no.
Okay.
Baron, Anna's dead. I'll give you a little.
Stay tuned later on because Raphael will be hosting the Vorthos files for you all. Sits on his rocking chair and talks about the good old days of Magic with Grandpa Raph. Punishing Fire getting rid of another creature from Canali here.
Married to the Chancellor, I think. Rain.
This is why we have to give him time off in the booth. We tell him he's still on air. He just sits there and talks about the good old days of Magic for an hour, and then we bring him back on.
And then they had a little daughter they called Anna.
He's still going.
Who would later be
I'm so
friends
sorry,
with,
ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. That's
the hero.
all I can do.
Gerard.
Dry it over now for Canali.
Yeah, he doesn't have any land. That's. I don't know. What is he holding then? He doesn't have lands. He doesn't have life from the loan.
I think at the moment Medici is so concerned with keeping Canali's board empty here. As opposition comes down, and this could be a further problem here. Because now Canali can go tap. And we're going to see this happen here. So even though the Dryad Arbor has Summoning Sickness, it can still be tapped to the opposition here.
Now, well, he can still take the mana to bring back the Punishing Fire, but this is a losing battle.
Yeah. Canali up to 22, as we see.
Oh, yeah, he takes 2 of them back. Oh, he has a Croson Grip in hand. There's still no land.
Wow, Medici holding a lot of cards here that don't seem to be doing a lot, Raph.
Man, shouldn't have cut the 37th land on the deck.
Oh yeah.
Look at you now.
That's what happens. You know, you cheat on your land count, and all of a sudden, you're getting mana hosed. No good. No good for Medici here.
Oh, here we go.
Thespian stage.
Stage.
And tap it down immediately. Thank you very much. So, his Winter
Orb.
Jeez.
I think he didn't have it before. Like the last night, he didn't have it.
No, he was talking about it last night. I caught up with Canali last night, and he was saying how he was going to add it into the sideboard here.
Do you know the text of Winter Orb?
Players may not untap more than 1 land per turn.
Is that it?
I don't know the flavor text, but I'm sure you do.
No,
and the artist and everything.
Oh no, there's another line to Winter Orb.
Hmm.
It's while it's untapped.
Ah, of course, it's a mono artifact.
It's not mono artifact. No, mono artifact would need you need to.
All right, mate.
No. You need to. It's legacy. You have to know your.
No, of course you do.
You have to know your stuff, man.
I know.
No, it's actually on the text. The new text of Winter Orb says.
Yeah.
While Winter Orb is untapped.
Is untapped. Okay.
Back in the day, it was just artifact.
Yeah.
And if you tapped it, it was a continuous artifact.
Not a mono artifact.
No.
It was a continuous artifact.
And it says continuous artifact. Back in the days, artifact would not have an.
They wouldn't work if they were untapped.
Look at this little B.
There you go.
Little B.
Continuous artifact.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know. Okay, my problem with this is what is that polar bear on the right doing?
Just
look at the one in the middle, ferocious. The one on the right's like, oh hello.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
I'm just collecting the bones.
But this meant that you.
Are you gonna do something with your bones?
Can I have them bones? Can I have them bones when you're finished? But this meant you used to tap your Winter Orb with your Icy Manipulator, right? Yeah. So you could untap all of your lands. Jeez, that sounds like fun magic.
And then you had some Relic Bear, Relic Barrière.
Yeah.
La Relique Barrière.
Okay.
2 mana artifact from Legends.
Yeah.
Tap target artifact. You had combos with Winter Orb. That was your extra Ice Manipulator.
Why would Symbiote here? And why would Symbiote now? We're going to see the value chain kick off as Coiling Oracle comes in for 1. For 2. And you can see the huge combo of why would Symbiote and a card like Coiling Oracle.
It's this deck is not extremely explosive. It grinds you a little bit every turn.
And we're seeing this more and more. Another Dryad Arbor enters the battlefield here.
More Icy Manipulators.
And a third Dryad Arbor, third Noble Hierarch here. Second one, I should say.
How about Nogio? Or Pyroclasm?
A Pyroclasm would be pretty tasty here. Yeah. Medici, however, no mana. Under the opposition Winter Orb block here. And look at this, Canali tapping his own Winter Orb with his opposition to untap all of his lands. Oh, jeez.
That's the deck I played at PT.
Yeah.
Yep. Opposition Winter Orb.
Opposition Winter Orb.
I did.
I'm really glad we're getting a chance to see this deck go off, because this is jeez, this is a whole new level of pain here. The Coiling Oracle in 4/3.
I'm even gonna add that a little brag.
Okay. Oh,
the 11 a.m. brag.
The 11 a.m. brag getting in nice and early.
I played a PT with a Winter Orb in opposition.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
It's a shame nothing ever came of any of your players.
You were also pretty young.
Was I?
Yeah, it was in '99.
Is it Forest? Yep. Yeah, I was learning how to add 3-digit numbers. Okay. We're going to untap the target. No, we're not. Okay, that Winter Orb is going to mean that we're going to Medici once again stuck on 4 lands. Hasn't found the lands that he's needed. Even if he did in this case, I mean,
look at Pierre. Pierre playing like 20 lands in his deck.
Yeah.
To 35 of.
Yeah. Deathright Shaman as well going to join the party. Maybe start to tick down the clock a little bit here as we see Punishing Fire hit the bin. And man, Punishing Fire, one of the best cards against a deck like Canali's, but Medici just hasn't been able to utilize it. And we're going to see we're going to see a double activation of the Deathright Shaman, Raph, thanks to the Wywood Symbiote. It's a nice play. Return that Coiling Oracle, get another land, and another card.
Isn't he attacking for lethal next turn? There's not. There are not enough spells, are there?
Medici on 10.
Get land.
Get rid of that cycling Tranquil Thicket there. So rather handily exiling that Punishing Fire and the Tranquil Thicket. And now we're going to see the Winter Orb probably get tapped here.
Oh, discard. He has to tap the Winter Orb before discards. Oh no.
No. Okay.
No need. I don't need these lands.
Don't even need it.
Yeah.
Don't even need it. So let's have a look and see what's going to happen here. 2 mana. He's Coiling Oracle. Abrupt Decay off the top. Doesn't do a huge amount in this matchup.
Doesn't make you miss the stasis days.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't remember them.
This is your job. It's the only reason you do these gigs, to make me feel like a fool. It works very well. He's Mr.
It makes you feel
Rainforest.
young, man.
Makes me feel young?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
I'll talk about days you don't even you were not even around.
No, I was at home playing,
on the planet.
I was playing Pokemon cards, mate.
No, you're not playing anything.
What?
You're just a little fetus.
What are you talking about? I was born in 1989. I was born before. I'm older than Magic, at least.
89?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't born in 1964 like you were. Medici optimistically attempting to untap that Tiger. I think Canali will have something to say about that. Medici down to 7 here. Canali really, I can imagine he's enjoying this. Just turning that screw slowly.
How long do you have? 13 minutes? Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna take every single one of them.
I'm gonna use them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, you can do that. No worries. Is he gonna take a Maze of Ith?
And here we have now Medici having a look in his graveyard. Having a look at his library, I should say. Oh, look at that. Brought out that Tabernacle. Here it is. Crop rotation there. Getting the Tabernacle out. Doesn't matter if that one's tapped or not, Ref Levy.
Well, as long as there's no Rifts and Portal. Doesn't do much. This is not a continuous land.
No.
This is just a land.
Just legendary land. Let's see what how Canali wants to respond to this, because with 7 creatures out, and now a Mox Diamond for Medici.
Okay. Yeah, just in case there's Rifts and
Riftstone Portal, yeah, that's tight. There's a Dark Depths now discarded, and here's Pithing Needle. Ooh, Pithing Needle, Raph Levy.
On the position, that's good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's gonna tap Winter Orb.
Deathright Shaman as well now. See an activation here. And it's going to exile the crop rotation, put Medici down to 5.
Comes down. A little late.
See our handsome faces back in the booth. Welcome, welcome back. It's good to have you. There you go. Just a little cheeky, sneaky check in there. We're still around.
Fortunately, the masseuse did not stepped out of the
Yes.
Yeah,
He was really working on those glutes of mine, on those glutes and my delts, traps, and my glutes as well. I think that's all the muscle groups I know.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know they were muscle names.
No? You beat people to death for a living. Why don't you know the muscles that you're using when you're doing it?
Because I know them in German, not in English.
You know them in German? I don't know. Raphael Levy, for those who don't know, is actually the... I think it was last year you were crowned the...
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Oh, unseated! Yeah. The national champion of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here in France.
Well, in my weight class, my age category.
Yeah, over 75. Back to Canali now. He's under a tabernacle, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult here. Counts out his creatures, got 6 of them. And no opposition as well. So Medici with a little bit of an effort to try to turn things around here.
Well, isn't he dead on board? He's going to take 3, and if there's
no instant or sorceries in the
if there's an instant or sorcery. No, but we know Pierre has a... Oh no, but there's tabernacle, so let's see. Oh no, he's gonna have the mana. He has oh, but he has a decay in hand.
Ah, right.
Abrupt decay, so that's 2 damage.
So here's 6 mana for the 6 creatures.
Pays these.
Choosing to leave the Bayou untapped there. And draws for the turn. Finds
an opposition.
Another opposition.
The second one is very tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double tap.
Yeah. Against the needle, it's
yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I'll name this opposition with the thing. You can't name both of them, obviously.
Obviously, it does not work like that.
Raptor on the Pithing Needle. Why would Symbiote coming in for 3 here? And Medici down to 2. And now we'll see Canali. A Death Ride Shaman activation would do it here. Exiling the Abrupt Decay?
Yeah.
Any reason not to do it?
It's 9 minutes.
Ah, yeah. Could squeeze a lot more value out of this long, slow death by degrees. Medici here, making sure everything's done the way it should be. Okay. And here is... Oh, Courting Oracle. Yeah, alright.
So he decided not to kill him. But he's missing the black mana.
2 Misty Rainforests here. Should be able to go and find another black source. Oh well, Canali's playing the long game.
That's good too.
Oh yeah, love to see it. And here is Death Ride Shaman now. Getting rid of the Abrupt Decay, and that'll do it. There you go, a handshake in the middle of the table, and Pierre Canali wins in straight sets above Medici. Took a while to get there, but I think he enjoyed every minute of it, Raphael Levy.
Usually it's the other way around. Then take a lot of time to actually win the game. And, well, it took a long time for him to lose.
To lose the game this time, that's right. So live by the sword, die by the sword. Pierre Canali, they're the Pro Tour champion. Getting it done.
Which Pro Tour?
Pro Tour Ham Sandwich in 1996, I think it was.
Not this one. I think it was, no, I don't think it was. I know it was.
Yeah.
PT Columbus, 2005.
Okay, there we go. Let's. We'll see if we've still got our players on table number 2. If they're still going. It looks like those guys have finished up as well. So that is all she wrote for round number 2. As we bring it back to the booth, ladies and gentlemen, a great pleasure to have your company here at Bazaar of Moxen, Strasbourg. Riley Knight alongside Raphael Levy. Raf, Your good friend Pierre Canali, the Pro Tour champion, taking things out with his deck. Is this a flash in the pan? He's 2-0. Are we expecting more things from this ridiculous opposition deck?
I think the people behind the deck were very confident. When I had a look at the deck, I was like, okay, well, I want to see what it does. It's been convincing against Lens. I have to say, I didn't know what the matchup was about. I want to see how it goes against other decks, like Miracles, against Eldrazi, against Storm, against Sneak and Show. This is just to give you a little
an idea of some of the things that are coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, Legacy is a very well explored format, and it is it's a format where there can be a level of innovation, a few new things coming along like that. But often the ideas, I mean, they really do get tested until they break. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see whether this opposition deck has the goods to get it done. But
I'd be happy to see a new deck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. All right. Anyway, right now we're going to check in now with some spoilers that have been released from Eldritch Moon. Everyone's very excited about the new set that's coming out, and we've showcased some of the cards that are coming your way before very much longer. So let's head over and check in with some Eldritch Moon spoilers right now. Thanks for your company. We'll be back with round number 3 before very much longer.